Yo guys, JinSwords here, got an excellent match versus the one and only HydreigonMaster635, aka Cody. And looking at the team preview, I have the Hydreigon, he doesn't, so, you know, whatever that means. And I'm actually running Hyper Offense, as you can see. The only non-offensive Pokemon I have is Rotom, and even so, it is still pretty offensive, as it is modest 252 special attack with a good amount of speed investment. So, yeah, I'm pretty much running Hyper Offense. However, this team's synergy is quite good. The only thing that really does too much to me is fighting. And even so, I have a Azumarill, I have Scizor, which is a bulky Pokemon, I have Garchomp, Roughtskin, and all my Pokemon are just faster than a lot of fighting types. So, looking at his team, I'm thinking that the main problem is going to be that Scizor. And also the Garchomp. Those two things, they come in, something dies, usually. Or something takes massive damage. And then he switches it out, and then he comes back in, and something else dies, or takes big damage. So, those are the two big things that I have to watch out for. So, let's just get right into it. So, he's gonna lead off with that Rotom Wash, as I'm gonna lead off with my Mega Lucario, knowing that he doesn't really have much to take my Mega Lucario. And, going to this match, I knew that Lucario and Hydreigon were really gonna be my two players that, are gonna have to do the most damage. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Aura Sphere, because he has nothing to take an Aura Sphere. And look how much damage that does. Seeing how much damage that does, it makes me think that was a special defensive Rotom. And then even so, that did a lot of damage to a special defensive Rotom. So, you know, Mega Lucario is pretty powerful. He's gonna Volt Switch straight into the Alakazam. I have no business staying in against an Alakazam. He's probably Focus Sash, and Psychic wouldn't take me out. But, not sure if he wanted to predict the Hydreigons, so he went for the Focus Blast. So I went to Rotom, and that turns out to work okay, because Focus Blast does less than half. So, you know, Rotom's pretty bulky. And predicting that switch into Garchomp, actually, I go straight into Hydreigon, my Scarf Hydreigon, just to test the water, see if you Scarf. If you were Scarfed, then he'd probably go for the Outrage, in which case I can bring my Azumarill and take him out. And if he's not Scarfed, then he'd want to switch out, and he doesn't really have much to take a Draco Meteor, so I'm just gonna go for that. He brings in the Rotom, and that thing is dead. That thing just came in and died. So there goes his Rotom. So that puts me at an early 6-5 advantage. Now he brings in his Alakazam, and again, I'm at -2, and I don't want to die yet because I know Hydreigon's going to be really important. I'm just going to go into Rotom just to sack it. He does hit both his Focus Blasts, or his Focus misses, or in this case, Focus hits. And the next Side Shock is just going to take me out, which is not a big deal at all, because I went into Rotom to sack it, obviously. So now it's 5-5, both of us lost our Rotoms early on, and I now have nothing defensive. I am complete offensive. So I go straight back into Hydreigon, not gonna over-predict, go straight for the Dark Pulse, and what? Oh, I take it back. I go for U-turn, knowing that U-turn will probably bring it down to its Sash, assuming it does with the Sash. And I could get Swish Initiative if he goes into anything else. And I didn't really think he was gonna stay on me. I mean, what Alakazam would stay on him on a Scarf Hydreigon? Because Scarf Hydreigon is really... Well, he knew that it was Scarf Hydreigon. So I'm gonna go straight into Garchomp, because I have nothing handle with Scizor. And, predicting the switch, or predicting his Sword Stance and Mega Evolution, I went for Substitute, because I had no idea what he was gonna do. I just knew the only thing he wasn't gonna do was Choice Band and Bullet Punch. He was definitely not gonna do that. So I went straight for the Substitute. And he brings in Tyranitar, and I'm gonna use this thing as setup fodder for, and go for a Sword Stance. And, see if his Crunch will take me out, or if he's gonna go for Stealth Rock. I wasn't sure. Maybe he has Pursuit, Stone Edge, Stealth Rock, and Dragon Dance or something, which means that he might not be able to break my sub. But, he can break my sub, and now that I'm at +2, I'm just gonna go straight for the Earthquake, and that Space Godzilla just came in and died. Just like the Rotom. And now I'm at a 5-5 4 advantage, as I get my leftovers. I do have a few leftovers, I have 3 leftovers, so if you want to challenge me and you beat me, I will give you one of my leftovers. So he's just running the Alakazam. I'm just going to stay in because I know I can live a Dazzling Gleam, hoping that he doesn't have an HP Ice, as he doesn't. He goes straight for the Dazzling Gleam. I go for Earthquake, and he shows me the Sash, which means that he will be able to take me down on the next Dazzling Gleam. Unfortunately, I am not at enough HP to live another one, but it is not a big deal at all because I have 3 things with priority, and one of them is Scarfed. In fact, I could have brought in any of my Pokemon right here to take down the Alakazam, and any of them could have easily taken down the Alakazam. Now I'm going to go to Mega Lucario just because I know that he can handle anything on it, most of the things on his team after having taken down the Alakazam. And so I take down the Alakazam, and now I'm up 4-3. He's a Scizor, he's a Garchomp, and he's a Gourgeist left. Now at this point I think that his Garchomp is probably going to be his Mega, because he didn't go for the Mega here on his Scizor. And I go for the Aura Sphere, and that does so much damage. Mega Lucario is so powerful. That's so much. I don't know why he's not used more often. He's so good. And he's going to go for Brick Break and take me straight down. I'm going to go Hydreigon. At this range of HP, I know the Dark Pulse will easily take him out. And I don't want to go for Draco Meteor because I don't want to be at -2. And I don't want to go for Fire Blast in case he brings in the Chomp. Nor do I want to go for U-Turn in case he doesn't pay out. So Dark Pulse is the safe play. If we get his Garchomp here, and thinking it is going to be the Mega one, I'm just going to sack my Scizor and hope he doesn't go for Substitute. Basically, I just went into Scizor just to make sure that he doesn't have a Substitute when I bring in my Hydreigon again, because I know I can also even go for the Draco Meteor after this. So I just have to make sure that he does not have a Substitute up. And he goes straight for the Earthquake, does a lot of damage, and I'm going to go straight for the Bull Punch, get a crit, which does not matter in the slightest, as he's going to go for his Earthquake and take me out. And now it's down to 2-on-2. His Mega Garchomp and Gourgeist versus my Hydreigon and Azumarill. And I know I have this game in the bag because I can go for straight Draco Meteor here, take down the Garchomp, and go into Azumarill. And Azumarill will probably die due to whatever Gourgeist wants to do. That thing is usually defensive, and it carries Will-O-Wisp, so I can bring in my Hydreigon yet again afterward to take him down with a Dark Pulse. And I go into Azumarill. Here, he does go for the burn, but that's not a big deal at all, because I know I have this game in the bag, because I don't think Gourgeist can do anything at all to Hydreigon, which means that Draco Meteor really was the game. If I'd missed there, it would have been a lot more interesting. In fact, he would have won if I had missed Draco Meteor, but it is a 90% accurate move, and, well, the game wouldn't do that to me because he did hit both of his Focus Blasts and this Will-O-Wisp right here. So, the game wouldn't do that to me. The game wouldn't be that mean. And as you can see, the burned Azumarill Choice Banded player-ups are actually doing decent damage to a defensive Gourgeist. 2 of them did just about 40% combined. Which, now that I think about it, is actually not that good, because normal damage would be 40% from a Choice Banded Azumarill going to play rough on a Gourgeist. Wow, Gourgeist is really, really good. I don't understand why it's not used more than Trevenant. It gets everything that Trevenant gets, and it's actually better than Trevenant. Trevenant's not all that defensive, but people don't understand. I don't know why people use Trevenant more, but whatever. So between the burn, the Leech Seed, and the fact that he's stalling with that Phantom Force, he will be able to take me down at the end of this turn. And I just love Phantom Force animation. That is really cool. He disappears and you come up from behind and you hit him from behind and they just don't know what hit him. That is such a cool move animation. Maybe I feel like I might want to try running a Choice Banded Gourgeist with that Phantom Force. It's a really good move. And it has a really cool animation. So I'm just going to bring in Hydreigon here, go for the Dark Pulse, and that is going to be the end of the match. So a narrow 1-0 in my favor. Great battle, HydreigonMaster635. I hope we can do it again. And if you enjoyed this battle, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want more content. I'm hoping to get another battle over the weekend, and hoping to be able to upload it on Sunday or Monday, but perhaps not. And at the very least, I should hopefully get up Bloons Tower Defense, Bloons Monkey City, or Bloons Tower Defense Battles, excuse me. Or even a showdown, live showdown, or post-narrated showdown, or whatever. Something, I should get something over the weekend at some point, so stay tuned for that. And this is JinSwords signing out. See you all later, YouTube.